Westnile television has big potential to promote socio-economic development in this place. Because I came yesterday and I was moving around. Sometimes you need to go places and feel it. And the impression is that the people of Westnile, especially the people of Arua, have welcomed this station with both arms. And this is very good because if the local people around a particular activity like television or radio are not responsive, positively responsive to an establishment like this, you cannot go very far. So I think it is a lot of potential to promote intercultural and social linkages. Because people want to see themselves on TV and people want to identify themselves. If you bring in the different languages of Westnile, for us as cultural institutions, I think that's very important. Because then we shall be able to coordinate our cultural activities among the three vast tribal setup of Westnile. You see, Westnile is one region apart from Bukele area in Tororo, where there's so many tribes in one area speaking different languages. And so this television station should be able to link these activities. Because if you put news in Luba, most of them will not understand. But the same news will be relayed in Manalo. So they will be speaking the same language via the television station. So we should be able to take advantage of this ownership. And the people of Westnile should also take this sense of belonging seriously. There's so many cultural activities that go on that people don't see. They'll not be able to see. So we can showcase whatever we do in our different ethnic arrangements and bring them through Westnile TV. Other part of the country will see. And because of that, they can be attracted. It becomes now kind of tourism attraction to the television. Because it brings out things in color and sound. That's one of the biggest. In fact, television, you should not underestimate the power of television. We believe there's a new kingdom, but we believe that this station is going to promote our kingdom as well, in particular, because this is what we've been lacking. People don't know where is the new kingdom. When they see it, they don't understand where is KER ALUR. But now they know this station is based in Westnile. KER ALUR or kingdom is based in Westnile. We should be able to articulate this for many reasons because we have a lot of tourism potential in this part of Uganda. People don't know about. And that's why I encourage you guys who are working in this station, to go to these spots, go to these areas, and try to highlight them from the beginning, so that the foundation begins with this cultural solidness. And then people know, let's go to Westnile. When you go to Westnile, you just don't go to Heritage Hotel alone. From Heritage Hotel, we can go to Miriadua, Hop Falls. We can go to Nyagak in Lake District. We can go to Panyemur, the falls there, hot springs. We can go to Rhino Camp. We can go to VP, go to Madi, go to Kobo. There are a lot of things to see around here. But that will come because people are seeing this on television. And that television is Westnile television. Basically, many people think, probably now that I've walked out, I'm not working. I work, I continue working. A lot of consultations people make to me about what's going on in the kingdom, in ALUR kingdom. And so, as Jadipo Emeritus, like I told you, once Jadipo, always Jadipo, until death. And that means that I cannot run away from my responsibilities. If the king needed my input, I would always be available for him. The rest of the chiefs in ALUR kingdom, and there are about 56 of them, they call me, they come to me, I give them the necessary advice. I'm so much on social media, talking a lot about our culture. If you open social media and open my link on my platform, you'll see we talk a lot about our culture because I know it, I grew in it. I grew in the palace. I grew under my grandfather, Jalusiga Rawani. I grew in the palace. And so these things are in my fingertips. I don't have to consult anybody for that. And so I keep on serving, not in official capacity, a very private capacity, because I need to. You see, culture is not about official capacity. Culture is just culture. When you know it, you impart it, and the people get a benefit from it. You pick the good ones, the bad ones, you leave away. actually discard them. So I'm saying something. I'm working. I'm positively working for the kingdom. And for us, there we look at Westnile as the big thing, the big picture. Then we operate within that. Actually, when I was Prime Minister, I operated very, very closely with the Barakari. Many times we met here in Emeritus Party with them, the officials from the Barakari. We were moving away again, but when I came out, you see, each different administrations have different vision and missions. So whatever is happening along the line, I don't know. But people continue consulting me. People in Bonyoro, Kishara, the king there consults me. And actually here they consult me because I've been the pioneer of Uganda Kings and Traditional Leaders Forum. And so I love culture. I like playing around because I know it. So it's part of my passion. I belong to the old generation of this vision. It was Westnile district at our time. It was not those so many districts. There are 12 by here. There was just one Westnile. The headquarters was in Arua here. And I got educated by Westnile district. I didn't pay. There was what we call Westnile education scholarship, district scholarship. They pay. It was done on merit. If you are a good student, you are doing very well, they pay. And so we have a lot of nostalgic feeling about Westnile. When we're talking about these small districts, sometimes they don't make sense at all to some of us in our generation. We look at ourselves as Westnilers. And when we meet everywhere, we call ourselves elders. Elders from Westnile, we're very proud about it. There are many people that are here, like Arwa Chema here, Minister for Internal Affairs, Minister of State for Affairs, Honorable Kania. When we meet these people, we feel one. And so this television station, Western Television, should be able to bring back these memories and inculcate new generation people who come from Westnile. So that you can take this message across to the other parts of the country where they misconceive that Westnile is Arua. Westnile is not Arua. Westnile now is composed of 12 districts. And those 12 districts were only one district called Westnile. So you see, then misconceptions should be dispelled, and for that purpose, so people know that Westnile is not Arua. Arua is just a city in Westnile. And Arua is only a district and a city in Westnile. But Westnile is much bigger. And there are many tribes here. I think we're about 7 or 8 tribes in Westnile. And we work very well. We have never quarreled. You know that we have never quarreled this town. We don't speak the same language, but we gel very well. Arua as a city is definitely our flagship. We are all proud of Arua, but it is not Westnile. Westnile is much bigger thing.